Welcome to another episode of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons Fate of Simarin. Hey. A snoring pug campaign. I mean a homebrew campaign made by HellFirePvP.
I have nothing against the snoring pug campaign either.
She is snoring really hard. Okay. So, hi everybody. Let's do some quick introductions, and then we'll jump into a recap, and then the TPK, and we'll just end things right there. So,
Right.
Let's get into this. We'll do a reversal. We'll start with me. I'm Vallen. I am playing as a now a level 4 Eldritch Knight fighter who is also a female half-orc, goes by the name of Celes. And we'll jump next to me here with Kashcah.
Hi, I'm Kashcah. I'm playing Giya, who is a turtle barbarian. Path of the Wild Soul.
Mm-hmm. And then next to her, who currently is without camera today, we have Lyssa.
That's me. I'm playing Sarren. I am a Furrowbog druid, and hopefully we're gonna beat up some warlocks or witches or something in here. I should have a camera soon next week.
Yay! So, moving further on down, we've got Nerevar.
That's me, and I'll be playing as a goblin bard by the name of Big Boss Quilby.
Big Boss. Big Boss? I thought you were a snake. Big Boss, we have yet to meet in here.
I'm referring like Boss Metal Gear Solid 4.
Right. Solid Snake is what I thought you were. Running around as a cardboard box. Anyway, and then all the way at the end and just up a little bit, you'll see the Mind Flayer, whose artwork is made by Steve Sketches. Check him out on ArtStation, who is letting us borrow that until lockdown is lifted enough that we can get a nice view of our DM, HellFirePvP.
Yeah. Hi, I am Hellfire, and I'm DMing this mess. Hopefully with a bit, I don't know, maybe a TPK, I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see. Yeah, and for those, just in case we experience any technical difficulties, Roll20 has been acting up a little bit today. Some of us are able to see things, some of us are not, and it's mostly fixed. So hopefully everything will be all right. But let's get into a recap, shall we? So last episode, Celes and Giya were in the basement of the what are they called? The Ivory Field Trade Association's manor house, and decided to go back out during the riot that was ensuing and get the others.
It's a party.
And bring them in.
You say riot, I say party.
Before continuing, Giya keeps watch while Celes goes outside and turns the peaceful street party into a violent mess. Thanks. The front gates get broken in, and Sarren and Quilby rejoin Celes and then regroup with Giya. They head down to the basement again, and after a short examination, Sarren and Giya decide to remove the sword from the floor. It's slightly cold and has weird runes. Then Sarah and Giya search through some crates and in the room to the west, while Quilby heads down the hall to the south. Finding nothing except a magical torch, we all head through the hall to the south. We found some crates, but make too much noise and attract attention from 2 elves. A fight broke out, and after a few blows landed and spells were flung, the elves are killed in a bloody mess. We continued searching crates for any evidence of the illegal weapons, and Quilby found a secret door. Inside there was a chalice with a blue burning gem, a writing desk with an arcane tome, some crates with carefully wrapped gems, a couple of potion vials, a rune-covered staff with a gem at the top, and a large quantity of gold coins. Quilby ventured further into the next room, but our search was interrupted by an elven woman with long golden hair, carrying a staff, who demanded to know what we were doing there. Hellfire, take it away.
All right. Thank you for the introduction and the recap. So yeah, this woman entered into the room and is now pointing with her staff forward around the room and specifically towards Quilby, who is directly to the right, or to the right of her view. She says, "What are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be here. Who are you working for? Why are you here?" And she seems to be very upset and concerned slightly.
Obviously, all of us hear her. How many of us can see her? Because I realize that there is kind of a
Commotion.
ledge there.
The ledge is not too high, and on the upper side of the edge, it's more like just a hinted at wall. So it's probably so the ledge itself is probably like 5 to 6 feet high, and the very small wall up top is probably like half a feet, just like hinted at. And so you can probably see her, or at least parts of her.
Okay. I think that at the moment that she walked in, I had a book that I was trying to read the inscription of as well.
Yes. And if I remember correctly, she did call you out on what's written in there, and she mentioned something about storing spells.
Yes. Storage is what I think I was coming up with, and then she was like, yes, that's exactly it. Now what are you doing here? Okay. Are we doing initiative for responses to her question, or are we just kind of shouting out what we're doing?
That is up to you. Currently, she seems very upset and at the ready, but she's not doing anything as of yet that would be an attack.
Okay. Well, she's currently pointing at Quilby.
Well, she's like more focused at Quilby because that's the one that's closest to her,
Okay.
and but she's seen or like at least taken notice of the rest of the group.
Okay. I guess I would probably try coming around here just so I could see her, rather than just like hopping to look at her where I was. And upon being able to see her,
ascend the stairs, she's like reflexively also pointing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Her staff at you,
Mm-hmm.
and again asks, "Why are you here?"
She says, "Are you one of the rioters? We chased some in here."
I'm gonna take a step this way.
Who? Where? No.
They busted through the front gate.
Okay. And she seems very confused, and now she sees to her left this big turtle moving
Just
up.
like do a little crab walk. It's like take a step and then take another step.
And she seems to take one step back and focusing her gaze either towards Giya or towards you and Quilby, Celes. And she seems to. She's not really sure who to focus on yet, but she seems to be more like she feels a bit seemingly cornered. And yeah.
I'm gonna hide under the desk.
Hmm.
I look around. I think I'm too big to hide under it, but crouch, behind it.
I try to sneakily pull my whole feather.
All right, give me a sleight of hand.
god, I got +6 for this. Hmm.
No, that took a while until the numbers showed up.
Probably that's because I got 3D dice enabled. Just like yank. Okay.
All right. And she still like seems to look around and shouts out once more, "Explain yourself."
Do I have my
Stop.
my feather in hand?
Yeah, you seem to be able to pull that out. Yeah.
Celes says, we chased a bunch of rioters in here and found...
There are no rioters. What is this nonsense?
She says, no, but
You
they
know
left
exactly
a trail.
why you're here. So what is your business?
And Celes says, wait a second, who are you?
And she sighs for a second and says, "I'm Mira. I work for the Ivory Field. So, this is our mansion. And I'm not sure I've seen you here before. At least not unannounced. So what brings you? What do you want from us?"
And I'm going to ask hideous laughter and going to ask funny. It's very funny that you're asking this.
Jesus.
I think this needs a wisdom save. Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll succeed either way. Yep.
What is your save? Oh,
It's 13.
okay. And yeah, she immediately notices you trying to cast something on her now.
Crap.
And yeah, with that, I think it is time. And you've not taken the chance to make sense of this, so
Yeah,
you're
you're
gonna roll initiative.
trying to tickle tarts with a feather right now. She might notice that.
I feel like our default is violence. This isn't great.
Hi, I'm trying to be like more, in more pacifist way.
Violence? I would never violence. Nothing.
I was just trying to
somebody in a crowd.
bluff with honesty out of the situation, but it didn't work. Wow, those are some crap initiative
What
scores.
is your
ever I-
dex score? Celes?
It is 12.
So she goes first.
We're on the initiative train today.
Oh boy. All right. Quilby, I think you've just casted something. So, for the sake of this, I would say, like, Giya goes next.
Silly farts.
You can have a bonus action and movement if you want to.
Do I dare?
Try.
Why is it one side? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna tumble away.
Away where?
Here.
All right. All right. And Giya. She seems now very intent after Quilby had tried to cast something. She now seems very intent on starting this.
So she looks like she's aggressive at this point.
Yeah.
We have aggroed her. I take a step forward and I'm going to say, we don't mean you any harm. We could leave. And I'm going to hold my action to see what she does. If she turns around to attack me, I will smack her back. Well, try to, hit her in the face with my maul.
You're going to decapitate her.
Probably not, but...
Alright.
She's a level 20 wizard. We're screwed.
I know. She does. Yeah, I see. So she had the staff she has. It looks.
As you are now closer, the staff she has seems to be of a very bright, almost white wood, and it has a couple of set runes. The runes that are actually a bit larger than the staff itself, seemingly just wrap around the outside of the staff as 3 symbols going forward. And there seems to be one very large, orangish gem at the top of the staff.
Okay, and I have my arms, my hands, down to the side. Just kind of palms open, I don't mean you any harm. Kind of in a very well, as submissive as a turtle can be, kind of thing. I'm trying to pacify,
All right. Okay, so you're holding until she seems to attack, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what she seems to be doing right after you approach her. So she swings her staff around, and you can see a small flicker grow in the on the top of the staff. So you are very she doesn't seem to pay you any mind after pay your words a lot of mind after something seems to have been attempted on her.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, then I'm gonna swing my maul back at her.
All right, have at it. That, I think, hits.
Did she hit you?
She's swinging her staff right now, I think.
Oh,
Or
okay.
something.
All right. Yeah, you hit her fair smack on on their arm where she's holding her staff, and she seems moderately hurt. You've hit her pretty well, you think.
And I'll say to her, please stop.
Okay. You staying there?
Yes.
All right. And the flicker that you have seen in the staff seems to grow, and she shouts, "A leaf!" And she swings her staff wide in front of her, and you notice from within the chalice, it seems that the fires around the gem just suddenly flare up and create a few small sparks of fire that fly away from the chalice. And that will need to be... That is 5 small sparks of fire, 3 of which are targeted towards Giya.
How's that first one?
One of which towards Quilby. It's not hit. And one at Celes, which does hit. All right.
Which, by the way, Celes currently has glaive in one hand, book in the other, and she's like this. So, oops.
And can I actually do times 2? Oh, I can. So that's you take 12 points of fire damage, Giya.
Ouch.
And the one on Quilby, I think, did not hit. Oh, wow.
I would like to use a reaction against her shot on me.
All right.
And it is that.
All right, sure. Yeah, it is fire damage.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, she's gonna move out the way and try to move into this corner here, trying to get a better overview and a bit of a distance.
I would like to take an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
You may.
Sweep the leg.
Nice. All right. As she tries to move away, you hit her very fair square right on her back, and she seems to, rather than move away, seem to like tumble and just drag herself away from you. All right. Celes.
Quick question. Was the 2d6 you rolled, was that the damage that everybody took that did get hurt? Hit?
No. Giya only got hit once,
Okay.
and you got hit once.
For how much?
2.
Okay. Alright. And then I used Absorb Elements, which I think halves that, so... Okay.
I call out, "Don't kill her, Celes!"
Yeah, Celes, you're up.
Celes would say... boy, I don't know what she'd say, really.
Leave now and never come back.
Normies, get out of my basement.
She would throw the book at the lady, not trying to hit her, just throw it in her direction, level the glaive at her, and say, "Try that again, and you won't live to do it a third time."
All right. You hold your action, or
I hold my action. If she proceeds to attack our group, I will I'll use Lightning Lure on her,
all right.
which is a spell
Mhm.
or a cantrip, but otherwise
Very
that's
good. Whoa. I can't move you all the way down for some reason. Sarren.
it.
It's been hanging out over here. And that gem, it lit up when she did that. Is that what you said? The flame.
Yeah, on top of her staff.
Oh, I guess I probably didn't see that, so she's kind of up there. I guess I'll go over by Giya and like, go, "What's going on?"
Bad news bears.
And I don't know. I guess I'm still holding this other staff.
Yeah.
I guess I will. I guess I'll wait and hold, just kind of see what's happening. That's about it.
All right, so you're also holding your action.
Mm.
Yes, no?
Yeah, I'll hold my action. If she looks like, if she does anything, I will just chunk an ice knife at her.
All right. Okay,
Mm,
Quilby.
okay. Please remind me. In the chalice, there's a burning gem, right?
There seems to be probably like 1 or 1.5 feet above it. There seems to be just a gem suspended in the air, just burning. Sometimes a bit brighter, sometimes a bit dimmer.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand and grab it and try to pull it out of the chalice.
How much force or how strong is Mage Hand?
Uh,
Forgot.
it can lift up to 10 pounds.
Yeah,
The hand can't attack, activate magical items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you cast it and it grabs the gem, kind of like pulls on it for a second until it seemingly just breaks whatever it held it there. And yeah, you now have a pretty hot, burning gem in your mage hand.
And I'm going to chuck it in, in her direction.
Oh shit.
So you're trying to throw it at her.
Yeah.
That is a. I don't have all the rules for like the makeshift thing weapon.
Oh, like improvised. Improvised.
Yeah, improvised. I would probably ask you to make a ranged attack on it.
Improvised.
It will be D20 plus. Plus what?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, roll 20 just says it's an improvised weapon.
Right, you have to. There's like two, you know.
I'm helpful.
I'm not trying
Sorry.
to attack. I'm just trying to disable this gem and I'll like chuck it in her direction, hoping that it maybe explodes.
You could always just float it over to her and drop it on her.
Yeah, I'm like, here we go. Just give it to her.
And she'd be like, that's just what I needed.
Drop it on her head.
Fireball, kill them.
Hot potato.
Improvised fireball.
Yes.
Improvise hot potato.
Not really finding.
I mean, it says like character proficient with a weapon can use a similar object as if it were that weapon, and then you get your proficiency bonus.
Oh, maybe I could just do the sling with disadvantage.
No, I would say just an attack with a proficiency bonus, and it's fine. The D20 with proficiency.
Where's my proficiency? Here it is. 10, 20 plus 2.
It hits the railing.
Bounces back into the chalice. No!
Just hovers back.
It's a kind of like boomerang, so you kind of like throw it and it just goes back into the chalice.
Well played.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Going to throw this in. No, I'm not.
So you kind of like throw it up at her, and you kind of miss by like quite a bit. So I would say it's probably around here now. So you kind of like try to throw it up, and it doesn't seem to be the very right angle. It's also like your mage hand throwing. It just hits kind of like the side of the wall a few feet to the side of her.
It could bounce and go shy. I know I'm asking too much. Okay, so leave it as it is.
All right. I guess that's it. All right. Giya.
Does she still look like she's, does she look pacified at all, or is she still in full fight mode?
She just took a very like aggressive hit, and was in the process of trying to move away from you. Then Celes threw the tome that Sarren found at her, and the gem that was previously suspended above the chest was thrown at her, and she just seems to kind of like she's now against the wall and just tries to see like from like who's gonna strike first and who she's probably where she should probably focus on first.
Okay, I'm gonna move here, kind of like step around the burning gem a little bit. It's like looking a little hot. So, and if she continues to be aggressive, I'm gonna grapple her. Or attempt to grapple her.
Grapple.
I'm holding a grapple.
She's having a bad day.
She's not having a nice day, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say, don't do it.
Should do it.
Are you holding up a finger when you're saying it?
No.
Holding them all.
Right. Yeah, I've kind of got both. Like, my molars like down to the side, and I'm just like, don't do it. Like, shaking my head a little bit.
Okay.
Can you imagine being this lady right now whistling down the hall? I'm gonna go into my mage room, do my mage things, and then what the heck is going on? Thrown at you.
Had your day all set out. You'd packed your sandwich for lunch and everything.
Like, I didn't even have coffee.
Just woke up, didn't even have coffee. What is this? Okay, so on her turn, she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a gem, like somewhat yellowish, orangish, much like the staff, and utters something under her breath, and in a flash of light, vanishes. Right in front of your eyes, vanishes into thin air.
I'm still going to try and grapple that space where she was, just in case. Like, Giya has no idea what she just did. So maybe she went invisible instead of, like, doing something else. So
teleporting away.
I still, like, just pounce on the space where she was.
All right, so you...
As much as a turtle can pounce.
Turtle pounce!
I might actually accidentally crush her if she still is there. Whoops.
Squish.
All right, so you try to like smash and grapple whatever, like where she was just standing against the wall.
Yeah, I'm taking that as an kind of act of aggression. Like she could have turned invisible so she can beat the shit out of us that way, and use my held action to grapple where I think she last was.
All right, and you grapple, and you don't grab anything.
Okay.
Out of the corner of your eye, like as you're moving closer, you can see like through the door to your, I guess if you're like facing to the side of the wall, to the door to your left where Quilby just emerged previously, you can see pressed against the wall is the same female that just stood in front of you, now shifted to the side and just seemingly pressing herself against the wall.
I call out, "She's there!" And I'm pointing. If I can point. I don't know. Is that a bonus action? I don't know. She's
No,
through
you
the
can't
door.
point.
She's in the hall. There you go.
Pointing is good. And she then proceeds to kind of like move up the hallway. And yeah, that ends her turn. Celes. You just seen her disappear in a flash of light. Giya grapple and then point to the door.
Okay.
You could have also probably seen it, Sarren. Like just from down up the stairs. Yeah, maybe.
Sarren's actually the tallest of us all, isn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Celes is going to move over here, basically around
Oops.
Giya, and say, "I'm going to see if there are more." And she proceeds into the next room.
Giya's like,
Yes.
like completely
Says
confused.
if she's retreating, you know,
She's gonna escape.
That's her.
Excuse me. Celes isn't in the habit of like grabbing people, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. What? And Celes is like, there may be more, and runs to the door
Okay.
and peeks through. So I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
No, as you're peeking through, it seems to be as empty as it, like kind of as empty as you left it, or as you remember it be. There's still a couple like rolls of cheese just stacked on the ground to like small towers. But yeah.
So then she, with the rest of her movement, moves into the corner, hopping over the flaming gem that's on the ground at the moment, not wanting to touch that. And says, "I don't see any more coming." And that's as far as she can get. I'm sorry. But I can't say I've made better decisions on these things, but there you go. That's the end of her turn.
All right. Well, yeah, work this time. Sarren.
I guess I'm gonna take off running down the hall. I'm like, wait.
I'm waiting for you to like just
Someone start right.
summon her to you.
I'm just like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, what's going? You know, I'm just gonna ask her what, you know. We didn't ask her name, or we didn't get that far.
I think you got her name.
It was Mirin? Is that Mira?
Yep.
Mira. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, not Mirin.
I know.
It's not the point.
It's just delicious.
I'm like, wait. I'd say we don't mean you any harm, but after all that back there, I'm sure you don't believe us. But no, really, we just we're looking for somebody. Can you help us? I'm just gonna kind of hold my hand out and
She's not facing you. Like she's currently in the process of running down the hallway. And actually, give me a perception check as you're chasing after her. All right.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you did not quite spot that. Sorry.
Bum bum bum.
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna try to attack her.
Okay.
I mean, I could throw a rock at her, but I. Oh,
There's a
Can
blue
hold
glowy
your
one.
Hold
my-
your rock throwing until something.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get I'll get my stones out, cash magic stones, but I'll hold on to them,
All right.
and I'll just wait.
Okay. Quilby.
I'll run to the door.
Which,
I assume it is it open?
Yeah, it is now open.
I mean, if not, I had a hard time with that.
It was still like you didn't really close it before, so it was still kind of open a bit, but now it's very open.
She's where she's where she's where you
Well,
have
Sarren just dashed into this hallway, and you're like, kind of like following her, and you can both now see Mara just making her way down the hallway.
how big is this? I'll try to cast Fairy Fire to encapsulate entire hallway in front of us, in front of Sarren.
All right, this needs a dex save.
My eyes get big. I'm like, oh, look at the light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. She makes it, and
she got +2.
Maybe there are
plus
invisible enemies that you have yet to see.
all right. Like you cast it. It doesn't seem that she's affected by this light.
At least all the objects in that area are now lit up.
Yeah.
Those are easy to hit crates.
At least you're not glowing.
True.
So yeah. Anything else?
I don't really want to hurt her.
Don't necessarily.
I did. Damn it! I could use different spell for this.
I think you can only use a cantrip in the same turn now.
It's a
I know
bonus
that.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vicious mocker.
You want to mock her running away?
Yeah, sure, why not? You coward!
What was it? Nope, not buying into it.
She's got a good wisdom save.
Yeah.
Well, for the amount of saves I'm rolling way better than the attack before.
Yep.
Yeah, she's actually made all of her decks
I don't think you
wisdom
rolled
saves.
under a 15 yet, have you?
Excuse me.
Okay, moving
But like
on.
all the attacks before.
Oh, the attacks. Yeah.
Move on.
All right.
I-
Giya.
I'm just pushing Quilby aside,
Just step over.
rushing past Sarren, and I'm gonna grapple her. I'm just gonna grab, like,
Hey, watch it!
put the scissors down.
It's getting really crowded in that small entrance.
And now, fireball.
I'm just like,
You
Giya,
can
look at the
certainly
light.
try.
She runs.
I'm getting. I can do a acrobatics as well, right?
Yep, you can do athletics or acrobatics versus my. Oh my god.
Yeah, she seems to be like you try to get closer, but she seems to just in that moment just jumps out and you again grab into the air.
And I'm gonna call out, "Don't let her escape!" Okay, that's me.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let me see. All right. She still again proceeds with her movement, moving away from you again, Kashcah, further down the hallway. You do get an attack of opportunity as she leaves your space.
Where were you? 15? Where were you when I was trying to my grapple?
A 15 hits.
Better at grappling with your maul. Ooh, Jesus.
That is quite a lot of damage.
That's almost max.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and again, she's moving away from you again, and you hit her straight in her back, almost just beneath her head, and you can now see it. You felt it in the impact that probably one or two bones broke, and there is now a bit of blood just seeping down on her back, and she seems pretty hurt after this, and she just kind of moves down the hallway. Turns around and directs her scepter in your direction, and the previously somewhat yellow orangish gem now turns completely blue.
Oh.
And she casts
big group.
Yeah.
Nice line.
Something. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
She needs to cast something right here. And I'm gonna need you, Sarren, Quilby, to make a Constitution saving throw. You make it. This makes it. Quilby.
Are you gonna click? Or are you just waiting on roll 20?
I think it might have been clicked already.
I'm not sure if you clicked already.
He's smiling too much.
I'm not sure. Quilby!
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I know. Hang on. I know. I'm looking for something that might, ease my ease my fate in this.
Well, first you roll. See what you get. Oh, that.
Yeah, but I think that
Not
this-
an attack.
Yeah, that will not apply.
You still have luck.
True that.
So first roll your con save.
Anyway, I'm gonna need any sort of con save, probably. Yay, that's not too bad. So you also make it, barely. You all take half that damage. So everyone takes
what
9
damage?
point, 9
What
points
damage?
of thunder damage.
Ooh.
As from the front of her staff, small lightnings seem to kind of like almost shoot out, and right next to you, a sphere of thunderous energy kind of explodes. And
We're taking
yeah.
how much? 9?
9. Half that.
How's this crate doing here?
The crate seems to also have taken the hit. It sadly didn't make its con save, so it looks pretty damaged.
It's having a bad day.
So,
Sad crate.
so it's probably gonna take like probably 1 or 2 more hits, and then you've successfully slain the crate.
Yes.
All right. As she is moving past, the door to her side was kind of like open a bit, and out of it seems to be, and moving out of it is another elven woman with. I'm gonna get the right token here. That's not it. I actually can't select this anymore. Ah. Come on.
Unhappy crate. Oh.
Shuffling tokens.
Token shuffle.
Yeah, another elven woman with a bow in her hand, or arrow already notched in the bow. And after her, another one moves out, and they both take shots down the hallway at Giya.
Oh boy.
Um,
Crying crate. Jeez.
if I could actually find this.
Giya's gonna be the one crying in a moment.
I know. He's gonna be on the floor, like, dead.
One's a 14,
That does not hit.
the other being a 21.
Can I put my AC in there? I can. That hits.
Alright. You take 6 points of piercing damage as a small arrow hits you in your chest. And I'm gonna need a constitution saving throw.
Here we go. No.
No, that sadly does not make it. And it is a familiar sensation,
God damn it.
though very painful. And yeah, as seemingly something poisonous takes root in the wound that was just struck.
Great.
All right. Celes.
Yay.
And hear a lot of commotion, and a lot of people just ran into the hallway.
Yep.
And you saw out of the hallway a blue light and some, like, for a split second, small lightnings shoot out.
That's great. She's going to move through her friendly spaces. Seeing she'll pass into the doorway, see that there's a group of them now, and charge straight down there. And just before she attacks, she'll say, "I warned you," and she attacks this woman with her reach weapon.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
So does 10 hit?
10 10 does not hit.
Okay. Then in that case, she uses her bonus action to attack this woman in front of her with the bow. Because she now has the ability to do so. There we go.
Glade bonus action.
Yeah, it's not as damaging, but basically I'm hitting with the butt of the weapon. Actually, I'm allowed to hit her if I wanted, but it just didn't sound right in this situation.
Sure. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. Which, there we go. That was the max damage for the butt end of the weapon.
Wow. All right. Yeah, you definitely hit her.
Okay.
And it seems to fit very impactfully.
That's it.
All right. Sarren.
Sorry, having a coughing fit. Does the mage lady? Can I see her from where I'm at with the big tortoise shell in my way?
It's getting a bit hard. I think you can kind of like lean to the side and step up a bit on the crate, and then have a better view of the situation.
Does she look like she has any metal on her by chance?
Like from what you've seen before, and it doesn't
Surely she's
seem.
got some kind of metal chains or.
Probably, can certainly try.
I will just cast Moonbeam on.
Oh shit.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
What do I have to save with?
Gonna be a 5-foot
Calm.
radius, 40-foot high cylinder, and it's gonna be. I don't know how to make the circles again.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can somebody make one, because all my things are blank over here on the side, because Roll20 loves me.
There you
know
go.
how to make a circle.
How's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you scoot it back a little bit, where it covers her? Or the out.
What was it again? It's a 5-foot radius.
Yeah, so
So
therefore...
it only covers her.
Well, no, 5-foot
Right?
radius.
Oh, no, radius. Oh my god.
So that's why I was placing it like that, because you're
I
essentially
want to hit
covering
all three of them. You're right. I got it. Yeah.
4 squares. But
I'm gonna need some more con saves. All right, I think only one of them hit. Only one of them saved. All right, so that's 13 for you.
I just yelled down the hall, I told you to stop running. And we were just going to talk. But look where we are now. Shame on you. And I just ducked back behind you. And...
All right. They all seem to have taken the hit. The one that was hit, that you felt from a glance was hit the hardest was Mera. And now the wound on her back side has kind of like split open even further, so she already left a trail of blood behind her. And yeah, she looks pretty hurt.
I just shrugged my shoulder. I'm like, well, I pat Giya on the back. I was like, well, I guess we're just going to have to do this the hard way. That's all I got right now.
Okay.
And Moonbeam disappears after one turn, right?
I'm not
Does
sure.
it stay there?
So the duration.
Oh, you can use your action to move the beam, so it stays there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it stays.
Nice. All right, Quilby.
Let me check one thing. Yeah, I don't have so much to do. I will try once again. Fair fire. Just light the end of the hallway where the elf ladies are.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hope this works because that's my last spell slot.
This needs a dex save again. Alright. Time to save for a couple times.
Come on!
It looks like a couple of them are glowing in the dark.
What was the save DC?
13, I think.
I think 13. Okay. So the first 2 in the row did not succeed. What color are they glowing in?
Mm.
Yellow.
Alright, more yellow.
This looks like a very shady smiley face right now.
Oh, I get it.
I'll swipe in an arc.
I know,
don't worry.
I'm so close to putting a little smile, like, just right.
Well, you're going to swipe in an arc. There you go.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Get into trouble.
Check mark.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the 2 archers in the front are now glowing with a yellow light, but it seems that the elven woman Mera was not affected again. Okay.
And I would like to give an inspiration to Giya.
Woot.
Okay, Giya. Inspired hits.
I'm gonna move up to beside Celes and try and hit this archer here.
All right. Go for it. You have advantage.
Oh boy. Snorty pug is snorty.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yep.
Is it D6?
I think it's still a D6.
Nerevar, is your inspiration D6 or D8?
Uh,
I think it only like after a couple levels it levels to 8. Not sure though.
hang on. Inspiration. Bardic inspiration. It's 1d6.
Yep.
It becomes d8 at 5th level, so I'm 1 level short.
That just hits.
Advantage and Bardic Inspiration to just hit. Oh, jeez.
Advantage did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you after she just shot at you, you return the favor, and even more so, and you hit her square in like on between her face and shoulder, right in there, and she kind of like seems to, under the weight of your maul, just seems to like break down on her knees, but she seems to still hold on. And like out from her shoulder and throat area seems to be like just blood spilling forth.
Giya kind of
Alright.
like
Laura's whispering, I want that staff.
sets her jaw and stares at her.
Well, they're all about to take another hit, so from the moonbeam,
Alright.
the beginning of their turn.
Not that I want to fall over, but the effects of the poison.
Oh, I completely forgot. Sorry.
You're suddenly resistant. But upon remembering you were poisoned, it does hurt.
That hurts a little bit. Okay,
All right.
I could put a little
Okay.
something. Little.
So they all make more con saves, I think.
More con saves.
Even more con saves.
Yes. We know that the one lady is really good at making saves.
The dice are with her.
So
Oh my
yeah,
god.
the one that you just smacked, Kashcah, is gonna take and is gonna make an attack against you, just square in front of you, in front of her.
That will hit.
That hits, and it does takes 6 points of damage.
Quick question, Hellfire. Did they make their saves or not for more damage from the...
It's on the start of Sarren's turn.
Oh, I thought it was start of their turn. I'm sorry.
Or it wasn't start. I'm not so sure. Or starts its turn there. Must make. So they get to save again, or what?
Yeah.
Do they get to? They get to save each time. Okay. All right. So.
Sorry. I wasn't sure if they
No,
were
it's
going to
fine.
be alive.
I thought it was on the start of Sarren's turn. That's fine. That does not save, I think.
No, it's 13. I think.
No, it's 10.
It's 10. I'm sorry. I was looking at the.
So that one takes half. The one to her left does not make it. And Mara in the back does make it.
So what kind of
So to
damage?
take that same again, or what? Does it roll again?
I think she rolls again.
Yeah, I also think it rolls again.
Oh, I roll the damage again.
Yeah. Big bucks, no whammies.
Ooh.
Can I have the other one?
All right, so the one in front of you, Giya, does not get to hit you
Yay!
as she dies under the effects of the ongoing radiant beam of energy.
Oh, that smiley face is winking now.
I will take that 6 back. Thank you very much.
Yep, and you do not need to make another con save. All right, but the one in front of you, Celes, still holds on, seemingly taking a toll under the effects of the radiant column of light, and will make an attack against you.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
It does not. My AC
Alright.
is 16.
All right. Pretty good. So many options.
I don't like that.
Hmm?
I don't like that she has so many options. This is where she turns into a box.
Box
I'm
and
out
gun.
of spell slots. So,
You got cantrips, you're good.
See.
I can. I'm able to spit slurs at them.
Not sure what this does on a higher level. Doesn't say anything.
This much deliberation cannot be good. She's got a magical staff, she's got her own magical spells. She's got her own abilities.
I'm contemplating if it's better for her to run away or to stay and try to win this.
She should stay and try to win this.
She turns you all into snails. What a way to go.
Giya dies happy. Finally a snail!
The ultimate ascension.
It's her final form.
Alright. She is gonna cast Shatter again.
Ooh, that's what it was. Okay.
And I'm just trying to... So yeah, it's 10-foot radius. So that if she's gonna cast it here, it's gonna hit everyone in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And not, well, the one is already, I should probably mark that off. So yeah, she is gonna cast Shatter down the hallway, and I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, that's pretty good. I
So
made some decent rolls.
Everyone except Giya saves and takes half that.
Giya, how you doing?
That's
are,
how many.
are you running up or down?
That's. Oh, hang on 1 second, actually. Check one thing.
I'm unconscious.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, me too, because that's how many hit
The
points I had
moonbeam
left.
goes away.
Bloop.
Alright.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Gonna take a nap.
That is some high rolls there.
Shit. Alright, so when you say half that, is it...
Yeah, half that is, I think we round down.
Alright, so -8.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sarren, you saved, right? How many hit points did you have before?
I had 6.
I had 8.
That was
Oh,
unfortunate.
Oh shit.
Are 3 of us down?
I think that's.
And
Yes.
after she casts the spell, she proceeds to, and you can see on this side of the, on the end of the hallway, there seems to be with like very clear markings, a door that leads further up into the storage room Giya was previously in.
I take my attack of opportunity.
Right, as she moves out of your reach space.
Nice.
That hits.
I held my action to not deflect the spell so that she couldn't get away.
I mean,
That definitely hits.
ooh.
And as she's moving away, you do strike her down.
He's like, you killed my friends.
Strike her down with all your anger. Transition to the dark side is complete.
All right. And Celes, it's your turn.
How's the elf looking in front of me?
Pretty badly hurt.
Okay.
After the radiant energies going through her,
Mm-hmm.
she seems pretty hurt, but still glowing yellow. Or that is concentration.
It's a
I think
concentration
fairy fire is
spell.
concentration.
It's concentration.
So that would have faded by now.
Okay. So she tries to attack this one, seeing that she's got someone directly in front of her that could also end up shooting her friends who have dropped, and does not want that to happen, so she takes an attack.
Yep.
And then she uses her bonus action. And does 8 points of bludgeoning with the butt end of the weapon.
She tries to dodge away from the first hit, and in doing so, it kind of like gets caught against the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and you ram the end of your weapon right into her head, and yeah, she sinks to the ground.
Okay. And with
1d2.
with whatever options I have
Kashcah.
left at this point, I will start trying to tend to the closest person, which would be Giya, and then moving down the hallway to the next person, etc. As best I
Giya?
can.
Shy.
1d2.
Shy gave inspiration,
Oh!
but it was a 1d2 between, Sarren and I.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay, that's
there
what
was
that is.
1d2 between saving and not saving.
No. It was what happened is
Just deciding who
Shy
gets it.
used
I'm-
15,000 points on the channel to give inspiration to a player, and she
sorry.
she just asked if we could roll a d2 to see if the inspiration goes to Giya or if it goes to Sarren.
Sorry,
And
I didn't read chat.
oh, that's all right. This is why I'm reading it to you now. So she rolled a d2, and it goes to Giya, which is a 1d6 or a 1d8? It's a 1d6, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so then
Oh no, I thought like all the inspiration from chat is always a 1d8.
okay, so then 1d8 is added to Giya's, or whenever Giya wants to use her inspiration, you can.
Whoops, close the wrong tab. Yep, that works.
Did that go to the GM? Did you roll something or?
No.
Okay. All right. So anyway, Celes was still going to, whenever she could, try tending to Giya to make sure she could stabilize her and then the others. And
Okay. How do you attempt to do so?
well, the first one, she tries to figure out where the wound is, tries to stop any kind of bleeding. She doesn't exactly have a medical kit or anything, but she'll just try and.
I think I can do this as medicine check.
Yeah.
I don't think she has.
I think you have proficiency in it either.
I do have a point in it, but I don't have a proficiency in it. Like, I did not add extra stuff. I'm just seeing if I have anything that will actually help. Here, have some food. No, I'm not going to put random vials in your mouth. All right, so I will just do the regular old medicine check and hope for the best. Not so good. Don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not that familiar with turtle anatomy.
There's a shell, and there are some legs sticking out of the shell.
Which one's a leg? Which one's a head? Oh no!
It checks out my head looks like a foot.
So yeah, this like you're not really sure how this works, and like you're trying your best, but you're not too sure if it helps or if it will help stabilize Giya.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarren.
Yeah,
I will need 80-20.
That's actually a good result. That's a positive.
Yeah. 10 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So you stabilize, you can come back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
I sit up. I'm like, what happened? I look around. I'll crawl over to Quilby. Quilby! I'm just shaking.
I thought we would need 3 of those rolls, but I'm all right if you're going to let her get up with 1.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm good with 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm awake.
No. Unless that's all you want to do in your turn, Sarren?
Oh, I can actually have an action. I didn't know if it was a full action.
Oh, no, I think I'm just...
Thrashing me around.
Yeah, I was just shaking him around, trying to get him awake. If I can have an action, I will do.
I think only in the next turn, right?
Yeah, I figured getting up from being unconscious is a full turn per se.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'm just shaking
Quilby.
Quilby. Wake up.
So I'm supposed to do
A d20.
like
A death saving throw,
Sorry.
which is where you click on death saves underneath successes and failures on your sheet. And then when the little skull and crossbones comes up, it's game over. That's not a good result.
I'm just going to do another PC.
Sarren, Quilby does not seem to react in your hands.
I'm just gonna hold him like a little baby. Like, no.
Yeah.
You gotta boop his nose. Oh shit. Are you adding your inspiration? It would be a good time.
I don't know, would it though? Because I've still got 2 more I could do. So if I get it next turn, then...
You don't know that for sure. He hasn't said that you get 2 more.
Wasted inspiration.
But what if I roll like a 2 or something? That's gonna suck, right? Hang on.
I think that rolling a 6, you have like...
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I was about to say, this is probably the best point to use it, is because it's...
Listen,
right
mister,
close.
I'm going to go check out the door to see if anybody else is coming. If we want to talk about good decisions and bad decisions.
Somebody's staying alive trying to medicine people.
I wonder if perhaps she'd taken a little more damage sooner. Maybe I wouldn't be on the floor.
All right, you advice. Yeah.
You're the one that kept trying to give her death hugs.
Oh my god, I'm going to stab you with this. So wait, am I conscious or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come back to consciousness with
Oh, thank
1
you.
hit point.
Report healer. Wait, shit, that's me.
Medic! Celes is relieved to see that Giya is roused. By the way, thank you, Shy. You just saved Giya's life, potentially. Who knows? Maybe. So Celes looks down the hallway and says, "How's Quilby doing? Can you save him? Is he okay?
You see Sarren touching him around.
You need to boop the nose."
Meanwhile, blood is on.
Celes gets up and holds a defensive stance right now because she doesn't want people to get ambushed while they're trying to get up off the ground and stop bleeding. So she will attack anybody that comes through at this point. And I don't know if the door that she's standing in front of is open or closed. Guessing it's closed.
The one to the left here?
No. The one right
Oh, the one here?
Yeah.
Is closed.
Okay. So, and this one is open?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess she needs to find out if there's any more people going to charge out and surprise and fireball us or something. So she's going to go to this door and look in.
And I'm gonna need to... No fireballs coming over. So you look into this room, and it's a very long room, and you can see in the far side of the room two targets with a couple arrows sticking in it.
Okay.
And yeah, to the right side you can see like a small weapons rack. There is one bow leaning on it, and a couple arrows. And yeah.
No sign of any potential enemies.
Nope. Not
Okay.
here.
Then she'll proceed to move back down this way with concern over Quilby.
All right.
That's it.
Sarren, are you doing anything?
Okay. I am going to grab Quilby, and I'm going to drag his little goblin butt over here, right about here.
All right.
And then...
Uh-oh.
Fireball.
Shit. She's gonna
Come
kill
on,
us all.
fireball. Oh,
She's-
I'm like, we're all going.
She's got fire resistance and she's a traitor.
I'm going to cast this in a 5-foot cube around all of us to try to hit all of us to get some healing in. And it is going to look like a giant unicorn, a shimmery, transparent unicorn.
What?
You actually heal 7 points. As you're casting this, the small gem on top of your staff and the runes all begin to glow and kind of spread out this additionally soothing light.
So I gain 7 points on top of the 5 that we just...
No, just
Oh,
the
everybody.
5 turns into 7, so I get 2 additional points of healing.
Yay. Okay. And then everybody gets... There you go. Heals for everybody.
So are you like waving this unicorn around to just constantly keep running over us?
It's just kind of standing there and, like, you know, rearing up and looking cute and unicorny.
7, right?
I will
And
gladly take
Quilby, you lie on the floor and come to consciousness surrounded by Celes, Sarren, and out of the corner of your eye, see Giya as well.
And a giant
Did I
unicorn.
see the unicorn?
Yep.
I look down. I'm like, I'm shaking
Cats.
Quilby. Quilby? Quilby? Quilby!
it.
Well,
I wish that was a hangover.
What's hungover? You're alive! You're just like still shaking. You're like, you're alive.
Stop trashing me around, woman.
I just drop you. Sorry. Just, you know, you were dead. I think you were dead.
Drop him, he takes a point of damage and dies again.
I think that's all my turn.
all right. And yeah, now that everyone's stabilized, I think we can clear this off as well.
Once we're all fully awake and everything, unicorn will just kind of, I'll kind of wave at it and it'll rear up and it'll.
All right.
What a mess.
I'm gonna go over to the mage lady's body. I'm gonna take her staff and then smack her dead body with it.
All right.
Are you still playing Valia?
You're gonna wake her up. You're gonna heal her by
No.
accident.
Alright. No, I didn't eat her, so
You're gonna heal her by accident.
Giya's just
no,
kind of
definitely
like
not gonna heal her.
sitting against the wall, like kind of like checking over her wounds and
Celes
not
will come
feeling
over
too
and
good.
check to see if, you're okay and if she can help you up. And says the immediate threat is done, but I don't know if there will be more. She offers her hand to Giya. Help her up.
I'm just gonna
Giya's-
search this mage lady's stuff, her body. Like, what do you
Giya
have in
says,
here?
I need a minute.
Okay.
That hurt.
Looking through her stuff, you of course have already taken her staff. You also find give me an investigation check. Trying to see what you can find. Yeah, you find the what you've seen her cast with. You find a small, a little orange-ish gem in one of her pockets. You can find 2 blue gems in another pocket, as well as 40 gold pieces.
I'll have one staff in each hand. I'm like, look what I got. And I found some gems and here's some gold. I'm just gonna like put it in the little pouch. I'm just gonna set it on the floor. I'm like, I don't really use this, so here, I'm just gonna put it on. There's 40 of those gold pieces in there.
What did you say you're doing with it? You cut out.
Oh, the little pouch with the gold pieces, I'm gonna set it on the floor and just say, I don't use these, so here, if anybody wants that.
When you say gems, Giya like suddenly kind of like it's like she remembers something, and she kind of like stands up off the floor like with great effort, and says, "Excuse me, Quilby," and will kind of walk past here, and she's gonna go stand and check. She's gonna go check out the fiery gem in the other room.
You look like you enter the room, and what is this yellow thing on it?
I don't know.
Somebody's trying to do a funk emoji or something. I don't know.
I will.
Yeah. It's supposed to be tongue emoji, but I didn't have time to finish this.
Well, it's like the finger thing.
Yeah.
As you glance over where the gem is, you kind of notice it left various ash and burn marks on the floor. Like even on the stone, it left kind of very stark visible burn marks.
Is it still there? Or
It is still lying there.
and is it still on fire?
Yeah, it is still kind of periodically flaring up and then kind of like dims a little bit again.
I kind of push it with the head of my maul.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of like rolls. Where do you want to push it, I guess?
I was just kind of seeing what would happen if I pushed it with for science.
Science. Yeah, you can push it, and it kind of like rolls a bit.
Okay.
That is too circular.
Hang on. I'm drawing from memory. Hang on. Okay, go on. Continue on.
Yeah. I kind of shout back to the rest of the group, what do we do with this?
Celes says, well, I'm not picking it up if you're talking about that flaming gem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat it either. The question was, what do we do with it? Not what don't we do with it.
I suggest we either leave it where it's at, or put it back where it was. I don't know of anything else we can do with it. I don't have the means of transporting it. Meanwhile, Celes is inspecting the crates in the hallway to see if they have the marks on them that we're looking for. Or what's left of the crates in the hallway.
There's one pretty badly damaged crate, so you're not really sure. It could have been, like, probably some of the planks that would have had the marking on it probably broke. As you inspect the one on top of the two crates, you can clearly see one of the markings Giya made before.
So these are the stolen these are the weapons crates we were looking for. She pats her hands on the the smiley face is getting much unhappier. Okay.
Not content with the current situation.
That's more than appropriate.
Celes says, so I think we found where they were being stored, but I was only anticipating a stealth mission, not a brawling, murderous spree into their basements. I suppose
we turned from investigators into bulgars in less than a day.
I would say more like vigilantes, considering that we're judge and jury upon them.
Same thing.
Yes. But, yes. Might as well check this last room. And she opens the door.
I'm gonna go get a bit of paper from here while she's doing that.
Are you kind of like trying to rip out pages from the tome? Or what do you want to do?
I'm looking for like a loose bit of paper. If there's only the tome, then I'm gonna look for something else flammable.
Well, you know that there's the writing desk over here.
As you kind of like move around and make your way to the writing desk, you can't, like, there is one or two loose papers probably lying there, but outside of that, nothing really.
I will take one of those loose papers.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any writing on it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking in the room with Giya, and as I walk by, I'm gonna kick that gold pouch down the hall in front and stop in front of Quilby and kick it to him, and then just keep going.
Gold pouch is being kicked at you, Quilby.
I'm gonna ask you what she's doing. What's going on in here?
Trying to figure out what we can do with this, and I'm pointing at the gem, and I've got the bit of paper in my other hand, and
I poke it with the end of one of these. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm taking the pouch.
I'm gonna poke the gem with the end of one of these staffs that I got.
From poking the gem and trying to like probably move it, I guess.
Yeah.
It kind of like moves on, so you can push it around with your staff, or with either of the staves. You're trying to burn the paper? Yeah.
I'm gonna tear a corner off and like chuck it, like towards the gem.
As soon as it gets close, it immediately turns into. It immediately burns and burns up in a blue flame.
Whoa! I've never seen anything like this. This is incredible. Giya says.
My eyes are like huge, and I'm looking at Giya. I was like, "Do it again!"
I take another bit of pepper and burn it. on
Oh
the-
my god.
Yeah, and it again, you kind of like drop it and it floats close and then burns into a bright blue flame and
I'm not touching it. That's amazing.
Yeah, I shake my head. I said, "No." I'm rummaging through my pouch and I pull out a flower and I on the
Oh no, not the flower.
You eat those.
burning a flower.
yeah.
All right. The reaction is pretty similar. You kind of throw it close to the gem, and as soon as it kind of gets a bit closer, it immediately starts catching on fire and burns up in a blue flame.
Giya looks kind of sad. I think that was a red campion.
I pull out another flower and I hand it to her. I was like, "Here, I have more."
I take one of them. Oh, ranunculus. Very intriguing. I don't know that I've seen this variety before.
Oh my god.
Where I'm from.
Gia the
And
botanist.
we're just staring at this gem. I was like, "Do you think?" I look at my hand. I hold my finger out. I was like, "Do you think, and if I touched it, that would happen to my finger?"
Yes. Giya says very matter of fact.
Listen to the botanist Barian.
Barbarian.
So do we leave it here? Because I'm with you. Hey, didn't Quilby pull that off with something? Like he didn't touch it with his hand.
He had some kind of magic.
I'm just gonna yell Quilby's name down the hall. Quilby! Maybe we can get him to do it.
Yes.
Oh, go.
Okay, I'm
Um,
coming.
Celes, you hear Quilby being called as you open the door down, like into the side room here,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a couple crates stacked in here. From a quick glance, you can see the ones stacked on the right corner in the front. You can immediately, two of them have the marking Giya made.
I found the rest of the crates. And she proceeds in.
And there
And
is another door on the far left side on the back wall.
there?
Yep.
Okay. And she will proceed back there and open that door.
All right, and you open that door. You can see a weapons rack on the back side of the wall, and on the right side seems to be a small, well, a rather like small-sized chest.
And she'll proceed in,
Mhm.
inspect the weapons rack and what's on it.
It seems to be two long swords, a short sword, as well as two smaller daggers.
Okay. And then this is that smaller chest, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
She proceeds to see if she can open that.
You try opening it, and it seems to be locked.
All right. Is it like locked externally, like with a padlock? Or locked internally, like you need to insert a key into the face of it?
You look around, and you seem to notice two keyholes on the left side and the right side on the front.
Okay, then. She leaves it. She gives a quick check on these barrels. And then she would probably go out and check these elves' pockets for keys. As her next plans.
All right. As you open one of those barrels, it is filled with densely packed together swords. So you kind of like they're all facing like with the handle upwards, all facing down into the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like pull one out and have a quick glance and put it back in. Those seem all very similar longswords.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. and proceeds back out and starts inspecting looking for keys.
Okay.
And she says, if anybody finds any keys, I've found a chest in there that accepts 2.
What?
I need keys. See if anybody has any or if you've found any.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Celes. Are you only
Yes.
inspecting the 2 in the front or also the Mara in the back?
She'll start with the 2 closest and then go to Mara.
Hmm.
Really thorough 7.
All right. You have a quick glance over them and kind of like going through their pouches and stuff. And you find in total probably on both of the archers in front 20 gold pieces and a couple of arrows. You find 1 vial containing a green liquid, and
Okay.
you kind of like flip it a bit and turn it a bit. It's not very viscous.
Does it look like
It
the other
floats.
green liquid vial that I found?
Pretty similar actually.
Likely poison from elves in the smuggling basement of the Ivoryfield Trade Association. From the first group, I guess. So it looks like the same one that we found from the first group of elves?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
As like you kind of pull it out and compare both. The one you have now seems a bit smaller, but yeah, they are
Okay.
very similar.
All right. I take the vial, and I take the the pouch of coin, but I don't actually stow it on myself. I just take it.
Okay. And yeah, on Mara herself, you like kind of go through the pouches, and unless Sarren has left anything from what I described before, you
No,
don't find
I
anything
think I took
additional.
everything.
Okay.
All right, Quilby, you've been called over to do something.
What is it?
I tapped Giya. I was like, show him the thing. Show.
I tear another bit of paper off. This thing, we can't pick it up because it's gonna burn us. Look, and I toss a little scrap of paper in there.
I just jump up and clap. I'm like, yay!
Quilby, you see this paper kind of like float close to the gem, and then immediately catch into fire, and it kind of evaporates into a blue flame.
In this here?
Yeah. Like
You want me to get what, paper or the gem?
But you pulled the gem down with some kind of magic. Can you carry it?
Maybe I'll put it back to place, and so I'm gonna mage hand it straight into the brazier.
But what if we come across people like that lady again and those archers? So you could just throw it at them, right? And then they'll be blue and pretty.
Do you want to be blue and pretty?
Giya told me it wasn't a good idea. I was gonna touch
It's
it,
gonna
but she
burn
said no.
you.
Do want to be blue and pretty. You can make me sparkle like the crates.
I'm mage handing the gem back to the chalice.
I just like look all sad.
You're throwing it over to the chalice, or you're placing it inside it?
You should not ask that. The spells. The mage hand was how rich was 30 feet. It's close enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's how this is. I'm gonna place it.
All right, picking it up and placing it in the chalice, and it seems to kind of like roll a bit and then rest at the bottom of the chalice.
Okay, good enough.
Was it floating before, or was it resting in the
It
bottom?
was floating.
Done,
It's just tired now.
done busted it.
Okay. We should think about escaping from this mansion. But
Giya says, well, that seems pretty weird, don't you think? She didn't seem to know about the street party. How did she get here without passing that mob?
Found more weapons.
I assume there might be more secret rooms here, and maybe she didn't leave this place at all.
And I'm gonna go check. Those 2 other elves we killed were here, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go check there. See if they're still there as we left them, approximately.
Yeah, you kind of like make your way back there and just kind of like maze through a bit of trees, and yeah, they were still lying there. I have proof of this drawing.
The blood splatter.
Does it look like could she have walked past them without like tracking gore and blood?
Considering you've passed through them and left quite a bit of like walking
Okay, good
mess
point.
around.
So there's no elven
You
shaped bloody
can-
footprints.
You can try making a survival check to discern if
It's gonna go.
traces might have been different from yours.
Oh, I do have survival.
It does not seem that she went through here.
Okay, then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start looking around this room that I'm in.
Give me an investigation check.
Found more weapons.
Kind of periodically can hear more weapons coming.
All the weapons! Found all of them! Yeah, there's 7. Maybe she teleported it.
You kind of scan around the room, but well, I'm thinking if the previous survival check would have added anything to this. But, trying to find out where she's.
Previously, I recall
Oh,
that.
if only I hadn't
What was it?
used that inspiration.
Quilby had come down here, and I think was it him that noticed that this looked like an archway that we found.
Yeah. It had like from a close inspection around like the bricks, like the kind of like stone bricks and tiling in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, he kind of like notices that they're kind of like making out a frame, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna sit back down again. With
You're
my
surrounded by bread and cheese and a little bit of paperwork.
grab the loaf of bread, chew on it while I think about how she could have got here.
So after I'm done with my search, I'll move back with the rest of the group that's in the main area here. And say, oh, I see you've put the flaming stone back. Kind of. Looks a bit limper than it did before. Where's Giya?
I'm going to point out the door where she went.
And she'll proceed over here. Giya, I found those crates with the markings on them, plus a whole lot more weapons.
I can say, this doesn't make sense.
What's
Celes. Well, I know... what was her name? Mira? I know she didn't come through this door, and I'm kind of like sitting with my back against it, munching on some bread. I motion to the door behind me, but I can't figure out... Maybe she has some teleportation magic.
Well, that much is true.
Because I don't know how she got in.
Well, I don't think we've searched much of this place, actually. All we've done is open some doors. I don't think that we've actually checked for more secret passages. This one here, she points over to that wall, was fairly obviously noticed by, I believe it was Quilby, upon walking in. So we were fortunate in that aspect. It seems the rest of the crates are clear in this room. Maybe there's one over here, even.
I say, maybe you guys can find it. I'm too distracted. As I grab some cheese.
You're like, I've already made my investigation check. Maybe you can do this.
Too distracted by food.
So you are attempting to heal like in Skyrim?
Exactly.
Stuffing cheese wedges into yourself.
No, she's missing a cabbage ingredient, so it's no good.
Well, make do with what you got, man. Maybe there are cabbages in
It
here
doesn't
somewhere.
complete the recipe, though.
So
Find me some cabbages, Celes.
Celes helps by trying to investigate the room as well.
I need cabbages.
All right.
Bleh.
Bleh.
The really quick down and dirty 14.
I was your 7th thorough. 14 is quick down and dirty.
Don't ask.
So you kind of like,
It's
now
much-
with as you pointed out, with a kind of intent on checking out the one seemingly exposed wall side amongst all the crates.
Mhm.
You kind of walk over with intent and try to see if you can glean anything from the side of the wall, as Quilby previously pointed out, on the opposite side of the room.
Mhm.
And after a short while, you kind of like go over it and feel like, yeah, this looks similar, and kind of trace it over and try to brush a bit of dust out of the way. And yeah, it seems that there is another kind of door frame located on the side of the wall.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt this is another door. We just have to figure out how to open it.
Okay.
I start looking for a fulcrum release lever.
You don't find a lever in case you're looking for a
And
lever.
I was just being sarcastic. I try to find some opening mechanism that might release the door
Push it.
like the other one.
Just push it really hard.
I try
I
pushing
think that's
and
what Quilby
pulling.
did, and he's like half your size, so you should be able to do it super easy.
You kind of like try to lean against the wall where you think there is a door, but there isn't any movement, so you're just kind of like stuck leaning against the wall. So
Quilby, how did you open that door? I think we found another one and it's not budging. It's a budgie. Quilby. Quilby.
Coming!
How did you open the door you just came through? Can you do it again over here?
No. It's like,
Can you do it again over here?
Quilby, there is no handle to this door. on the side you're in, like from the crate-ish room, there's no handle on this side of the wall.
I'm just grabbing the edge of the door and just swinging back and forth.
Was it already open?
Perhaps. So do you want me to open this wall?
Sure, if you think you can.
I'm just kind of going to try to push against the wall.
Nope, you're placing your hand against the wall and pushing against the wall.
Is there any edge or something that I could grab and pull it towards me?
You kind of like try look around the frame a bit. There don't seem to be like any kind of like holes or a wide open like slit or anything protruding from the wall that is like very easily grabbable, so to speak.
It's not enough edges to like something can go under.
While he's trying to give it a mull over, I go back into the other room and I look to see if the tome is there that I threw at the woman. If so, then I pick it up. And then come back in.
Yeah, I think the tome is actually still lying there.
I pick it up, bring it back with me.
Giya, maybe you might try maybe some like let's put it. You might try a little bit a direct approach to this wall.
Put down my loaf of bread and cheese. With great effort again, get back up to my feet and come over here. And I'm kind of like standing there looking at the outline of it. And I just go into it with my shoulder.
You're trying to ram against it or make an attack against it?
Ram against it.
Melon.
I don't think this is going to work. I say just as like... These things are more finesse than brute force.
There must be a way to open it. I'll just go and try to look for. There's investigation.
So Giya, you're trying to like line up against it and prepare yourself and then throw your weight against the door. And you can feel like, yeah, this might be a door. Like a wall would have not given as much. So you've felt like a little bit of, like the wall would give a little bit. But yeah, it didn't open.
So it's definitely a door.
Oh, wait, go on.
It's definitely a door, but that's not going to open it. Return to my spot. Eating my cheese sandwich.
You're making cheese sandwiches.
It's like one loaf, one chunk of cheese, another loaf.
It's so dry.
How do you know it's dry? It could be brie or something delicious like that.
What are you trying to find on the door, Quilby?
I'm just try to look around somewhere behind this crate, behind that crate, if there is anything that might be connected to the door. Maybe one of the bricks is loose. There is a hidden lever inside. Maybe
it's full of bugs. You have to like put your hand past one.
Okay. I mean, the crates on this side of the wall are pretty much very closely stacked against the wall, so you probably need to move them before you could like examine the further side of the wall to that direction. looking over the frame, it seems to be like very similar what you had on the other side. So doesn't show anything a whole lot.
Bested by a door. The most heinous enemy in D&D. Doors.
Doors are the thing. The ultimate boss.
We need a wand of knock. That's what we need.
Celes inspects the door that she's at right now and tries to figure out if there's a way that she can open it, the other door, in a similar way to how this one works.
I'm going to ask Sarren which one of these is this elf lady stuff.
I hold them both in my hand. I was like, probably both of them, but I hold the one up that I took off of her, and I pointed at the door. I'm like, oh, it's not that it's gonna do.
No, it doesn't. Like the door doesn't respond to your open call.
She's like, maybe it is a staff of knock.
You just have to smash it hard enough against this door.
Yeah, just repeatedly knock on it with the staff. No, I just shrugged my shoulders. I was like, it didn't work. You want to try it?
I was wondering if maybe this wall will respond to the magic in this stuff. I'm just going to scratch my head. Yeah, I'm out of ideas.
So what are you trying to do?
I was just gonna sit down and stare at the door until it opens.
Is Celes able to figure out if the unlocking mechanism in the door, if there's a way that it can be opened, if the one that she's at, if it's identical to this one but reversed, so therefore it's just flipped over for the other wall, if there's a way that it can be opened that's similar to the one that she's at.
So you're trying to move into the other room and then close it, trying to open it somehow? Or what do you want to try?
Is this a door, like an actual swinging door, sliding door?
It seems to be.
Okay.
It's a swinging door.
All right. I don't know if it has a latching mechanism on it, or if it's on the inside here, this being the inside where she's at now.
The latching mechanism is on the inside on this side.
Okay. And with it open, is she able to see where it might intersect with something, either in the wall here or on the door here on the other side?
Oh, why those questions?
She's trying to use intelligence.
From this side, from this side, you can still see it's a door. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can still, having just closed it, can still clearly make out the frame of it, and you kind of like scrap, trying to like get a bit of a grip on it, with one or two like very narrowly over like standing over tiles, like kind of rock stone tiles, and kind of clutch your fingers together and trying to like move it open, and it comes open in your direction.
It comes. Oh, so it opens in.
Yeah, this one opens inwards.
And this one didn't seem to move at all when Giya was giving a push. Right.
What are you trying to do with the staff, Quilby? Or Sarren? Or
I'm not poking at the door.
Jesus.
so you're poking against the door?
I have the other staff, and I'm just kind of like touching the door with the staff. I'm like, open. Just like repeating it.
Well, if like Quilly, like as you kind of like get closer with the staff, you notice like a little bit of movement, and as you tip the staff against the door, it kind of like slides upwards inside inwards.
I just shake my head.
Giya like stands up. You did it!
Celes opens the door back again. He did it? Is the door opening?
Yeah, your door. Like as Quilby kind of poked against the door, it opened inwards, like in.
Finally. Let's hope
I'm like,
that
okay, what's
that's
in
the
there?
way out.
Charge!
Right.
Lightning
I
bolt.
guess-
Ladies first.
I guess Sarren is the first to step in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna step in.
Sarren, you enter this room. There is a chest immediately to your right, and just a couple steps in, you kind of like start stepping on carpet. It's a very like kind of like blue grayish old carpet. There is also a bed to your left side. Doesn't look very tidy, so it seems to have been like probably used a bit, and not like properly folded up. I don't know how you say that's correctly. You can also see further into the room to the left side a couple drawers and one table in front of you.
I will look at the table in front of me, see if there's anything interesting on it, and then I'll check the chest.
The table in front of you is empty. There's nothing on it, and it doesn't seem to have drawers or any hidden compartments.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll move to the chest.
Okay. The chest opens, and you open it, and it seems to contain one bag, like just the one that's currently like kind of like closed, and has like a like doesn't look too filled, but but seems to like contain something. And also there are 3 books lying in that chest.
Okay. I'll pull the stuff out, just kind of toss the clothes on the floor, and lay the stuff out on the table, the books and whatever else is in there.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll go over the stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right in.
Quilby, I found stuff in the chest. It was unlocked. Look, treasure.
Okay, don't care. Damn, we are trapped.
The door's still open. Why are you trapped?
No, we are trapped all in this building. I refer to all of us.
Why are we trapped? Giya's looking kind of concerned.
Mm-hmm. So is Celes.
Why are we trapped?
I'm like, Quilby, I touch your top of your head and pat your head. I'm like, did you hit your head when you fell? Or...
I think he did.
You don't understand. You are so. What you are attempting to do now? You want to go the way we came in. Look at us.
What are you talking about? I'm thoroughly confused.
Why can't we leave the way we came in?
I do expect more of those elves that will cut our throats.
I think we'll be okay.
Well, I think if he's right, we're in trouble. But I don't think there are any more right now. But if we keep hanging out down here, that's probably going to change.
We should make haste. I don't know what to do with the quantity of weapons that I've discovered in this other room.
Well, what's her name want us to do with them? Because she doesn't know us, right? Oh, not Nellis.
You mean Feely?
Feely, sorry.
Feely didn't even want us to get involved, but obviously these people here have been smuggling in hordes of illegal weaponry. They've got some kind of storage magic going on in here, and I don't know. They all seem to be elves, strangely.
I'm like, elves are always up to no good. That's why you don't go through their lands.
Hey, I'm part elf
I just shrug my shoulder.
on my cousin's side, once removed,
Cousin
but
once
still.
I just sigh. I'm gonna grab the books. I was like, well, I found stuff in the chest, but Giya's right. We need to get moving. I don't want to be stuck down here with any more of those. Oh, the weirdest dream that I got knocked out and I was laying in the floor, and then when I woke up, I was laying in the floor. I don't know what happened. I just kind of look at the ceiling for a minute and zone out.
That did happen. It's okay. If we can't deter these weapons from falling into smuggled hands, I would say we should destroy them. I just don't have the means to destroy
I
a
don't
whole.
think we can
The gem!
What
The
of it?
gem? Oh, maybe we should set fire to everything.
Yes.
Use the gem
Throw
to
the-
burn it
yeah.
down.
I don't know that burning the entire house down would be appropriate.
I think it is.
It might set fire to the
Let's
rest of
do
the
it.
city. It might set fire to the rest of the city.
Mm,
It might set fire to the rest of the city.
They have people that can put that out, and we're close to the water, right?
I do
nuke it
not
from
want to
orbit,
be
only way
guilty
to
of
be sure.
arson. We were in here dealing justice as it was with the smugglers, but we
We
don't.
started another fight inside. I could throw rocks at people inside. We'll invite them for a party, and then we'll just burn it down.
Oh, I don't know that I want to do that. That's kind of dark.
So Liz just kind of
Okay.
puts her hand on her head and she's like,
Can we take them with us?
there's a lot. I mean,
I'm
we
still up for
feasibly
burning
could, but there's no way we could be subtle about it.
We don't know who these people are even.
They're
Well.
bad.
Right, that much is true. Or at least they've been flaunting the current laws that are protecting people from invasions. I mean, this, for all we know, this could be either arming a coup for the local magistrate or government, or it could be people prepping to, receive an attack on the shores. I don't know. It's
While they're talking, can I start
We
looking through
need-
these books?
We need to take them as a proof. That's for sure.
Yes, you can definitely look at the books.
Oh.
The first one you look at deals with apparently some sort of religion, like a religious topic. It talks about let me just look this up. It talks about how like Daleth, the elven goddess of life and growth and prosperity, kind of like breathed life into the lands and created seemingly all the places elves live and thrive, and under their kind of like grace or protection, some other races were allowed to evolve. They kind of like closed that off again. The second one kind of deals with arcane topics. you're not, I think, not really quite sure what it talks about. A lot of it seems to be related to the topics of growth again. You can see a couple illustrations in there that kind of like depicts seemingly some plants, and others depicts wildlife.
Giya doesn't know
And
about this, but she'd be very excited if she did.
She's a botany barbarian after all.
and the third of which seems to deal specifically, like it seems to be not like the first one, which was kind of like telling seemingly a story. The third one seems to be very instructional. It talks about like how to refine gems, how to like if you just get like a hunk of ore more or less, where you kind of only have traces of gems in there. The process is to refine them through alchemy, through manual refining, and yeah.
And what else was in there with the book?
There was one bag that is kind of like closed.
I will open it, I guess, and look and see what. I'll dump it out on the table.
You kind of like. Give me a second. You kind of open it up and look inside. It is pretty dark inside. You can't really see what's in there. You kind of like turn it around and shake it a bit to see what's coming out. There's nothing dropping out of it.
You okay there, Sarren? What are you doing?
I hold the bag up. I'm like, it's weird. I don't know. There's nothing in it, but there is.
What?
I just shake my head. I'm like, I don't know. We should probably get out of here. And I carry the bag out with me, and I point at the books on the table and said, "Those don't have anything useful."
All right. Well, I think we should destroy what weapons we can and take those that we can't. And she proceeds to go, over here to where the two elves that we originally fought were. I think that they had daggers, or did they have bows?
Each of them had like one was and is currently wielding still in their dead hands a dagger.
Okay.
And each of them have two more daggers sheathed in their belt.
She takes all the daggers.
All right. You now have 6 daggers.
Hooray! She then proceeds back here and says, "There's quite a bit of coin in that chest. It's probably from illegally purchasing these things. We should probably grab everything as contraband. I mean, we're not leaving any clue that we are here if we are quick about this, but we can, or we're not really quick at this point, quicker about this, but we could potentially get out of here." Was there anything else in this chest, or is it just the coin at this point?
I think you took everything but the coinage.
Okay. And at this table, there's nothing left? It was just the book that I currently have?
Yep.
Okay. I can't remember if we ended up looking in these crates.
Giya has emptied out this crate
Oh.
and put a lot of gems that are still kind of like partially wrapped in cloth in front of the crate.
Okay. Do they take up a lot of space?
Not really.
Okay. Celes would leave that be for now, but she says, "Will the rest of you help me? If there's any bows or arrows, we could easily just snap those. But if there's any kind of swords or maces or things of that nature like I've been finding, then we might have to gather them and see just how much there is total. How much we actually can carry out.
Yeah, I'll go and help.
Okay.
Did you? Sorry, this chest is empty now, or
No.
no?
It's filled with gold coins. Currently there's like a small, I forgot, there's a small trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is still a small trail of gold coins leading up to you.
I'm going to help myself to some gold, and I look at Celes and say, "The hand is not going to pay us for this, are they?"
She says no, they didn't want any part of this, but I feel that we've done the right thing this day regardless.
I think there is also still a pouch worth 40 gold coins there that Quilby did not pick up.
Oh, I thought you did.
Just a side note.
I did.
He did.
Oh, you did?
He did take it.
Oops.
How much was in the pouch that I took from the elf archers?
20.
Alright. I'll
So-
just put a pouch of 20.
I'm gonna take probably about 100 gold coins out of that chest.
How much would one estimate is in that chest?
Giya now took not quite half,
Okay.
and she summed up about 100. Actually, like 100.
Celes says, why don't you just take the lot of it and we'll leave this on the ground here so it...
I'm gonna say this is more than I could spend in a month.
It's alright. We can distribute it to others that are more needy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll take the rest of. So, the rest of that. So, is it like about 200 she ends up taking?
250 gold. Probably 240 or 230, considering there's. Do you gonna take those as well, or you gonna
No,
leave those?
I'm just like.
For the distance covered, I would probably say you gain about 230 gold.
Okay. Alright. And then she'll go about helping Celes with.
Which Celes would start in the archery room and start snapping bows and arrows.
All right.
Unless anybody wanted any arrows, but otherwise I don't think we have any archers in the group.
We still don't know what they were going to use these for.
No.
Sorry, Giya says.
Celes looks through Luna's eyes to see what's going on at the front gate.
On the front gate, the overwhelming amounts of people now have kind of like calmed down. I should probably actually turn off dynamic lighting here because that's terrible otherwise. It has kind of died down. There's still a couple people around. They have left quite a mess behind.
Excellent.
So there is lots of broken bottles. There is quite a bit of glass scattered about, and occasionally the puddle of liquid. You probably don't want to look further into its contents. Like, yeah. There's still a couple around. The overall situation is kind of like cooled off. There's not a huge lot of commotion going on. Still a couple of groups of people hanging about, but yeah.
Okay.
The door is still broken open. You currently do not see anyone inside the main garden area.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Then, in that case, return to my own eyes briefly, and I'll basically report that to Giya and the others as we're continuing on. Then going into this room, probably I'm gonna guess most of the crates in this room have weapons in them. Any of them that are of wooden make, obviously she just smashes, but there are like barrels in here, and there's some weapons on the rack here. And then this just has a whole bunch more in it too, right?
Probably.
Alright, she tries to bring them all out as much as she can in a big pile in this room here.
Okay. You can so you can grab the few off the rack.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to roll the barrels out, or?
Yeah, if that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Mm. So yeah, you three see Celes kind of with a couple long swords and daggers in his one arm, with his other arm and feet, kind of like roll these 2 barrels out the hallway.
She just piled the daggers here too.
All right.
She's basically just trying to make a big pile at the bottom down here by the stairs.
Okay. And yeah, throwing them down there.
Then she'll start like going through the crates and gathering all the weapons individually from the crates.
I'm giving her a hand. And asking, what are we gonna do with all this?
Well, let's pile them all up for now and see how much of this we can destroy and how much of it's left over that we might have to take with.
Okay.
Which still is probably going to be too much, but
so that's gonna take a while. Like going through all the crates, busting them open, searching through which ones have weapons, those that have a false bottom, trying to empty out the contents first, and then removing the false bottom, and then emptying out the other contents, and trying to drag them over. But who is helping with this? Giya?
Yeah, but I'm gonna help for like 15 minutes maybe, and then seeing like the task ahead of us, I say, look, I don't know what the point of this is. We can't possibly carry all this. We've still got a wall to climb over.
Says we can go through the front gate. It's not there anymore.
So we're just gonna carry illegal weapons out the front gate. Celes, I don't think this is the answer.
We can't leave them in possession of them though either.
We have to get to the bottom of what they were going to use them for.
Well, we could set a trap for those that are going to return and try and jump them and hopefully question one rather than kill them all.
That was my intention with the elven woman. But she was kind of slippery. I don't think I'm strong enough right now to set a trap, though. I don't feel so good.
That much is true. If only I had a cell phone so I could record all this and bring it to the authorities.
Have we not found any evidence more portable than this lot? And she's kind of gesturing to what we've collected so far.
Says we could take a handful of weapons. That would be probably the best we could do.
I feel like
I still say we throw it in the blue flame.
It burnt the stone, but it didn't really destroy it, so I doubt that it would do anything to the metal.
If we take the weapons, why are people going to think that it's not us? Maybe we've smuggled the weapons in. This doesn't make any sense.
Alright. Then...
Aren't those books and records enough proof to frame them?
The books and records don't say anything about the smuggled goods. They just show that they received goods, like silk and metal plates, and food. Perhaps a few magical components, but nothing that's damning.
I still say we set fire to the place. Look, there's a wall around it. It's not going to burn the town down.
Alright, well let's burn at least the rooms that have all these items in it then. We could probably set light to this room, these crates, this room, and the pile that we've got over here. Anybody got any blasting powder? Oh, what about the gems?
Yeah, I'm pointing to the brazier. Yeah, we might use a gem. That's a good idea.
Well, we've got lots of broken boards around. We could easily just toss a bunch in there. Try and get everything alight in those rooms. They're all stone.
Alright,
What's that?
so you're gonna burn everything down, or what?
Not everything. I mean, is the room look like it's got like a wooden roof or something like that? Or?
Wait, do we seriously have no other evidence of... Like, we haven't found anything that's incriminating?
There were accounting books that you found upstairs of some sort, but that was about it. I've got on me this magical tome that talks about storage.
I mean, maybe that's worth investigating further? Maybe that can...
That's all I was able to figure out of it. We've got some of these poison vials, or vials that are likely to have poison in them.
Yeah, that's not really...
We've got money, we've got weapons.
What are we going to do, though? Like, because we can't take the evidence to the hand, right?
No. This is why I was hoping we could at least destroy the weapons to stop them from using them. And then we could further watch them.
Alright, so how are we gonna burn stuff?
That is kind of the question.
I'm gonna grab swords, a couple swords. I'm gonna take them into the other room with the blue.
Where are you taking? Oh, you're taking some to... Well, there's currently like a pile of swords already, and there is a crate, kind of like a barrel that's like halfway open, and you can see there's a lot of swords, or the handles of swords in there.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab some. I'm just gonna chunk one up there, see if I can make it to the flame. It's it's like a game.
You're throwing one into the chalice?
Yeah.
All right. You're throwing it over, and the handle quickly begins to burn, and very quickly the flames catch onto it completely and burn it up. And the metal then, with a resounding clang, lands inside the chalice. Seemingly not yet touched by the flames.
Throw another one in there. Kind of look at it like, huh?
And it is very similar again.
I think there's something wrong with these swords.
How do you mean?
I tossed two in there, and look, the top parts are... Shouldn't they have burnt too?
No, metal doesn't burn quite like wood does. It takes an extremely high temperature of fire for metal to actually do that, and often it will turn soft instead of burn.
But it's magic fire.
Apparently not strong enough. Besides, I think Giya found some magic fire earlier that doesn't even burn hands.
Giya's just looking completely exasperated. She doesn't know what to do. Like,
Celes says, at the very least, we can make these weapons difficult to wield. We can set them
there's
alight
too many of them.
like she's recommending. We just set a fire in the room where they're stored. It might warp a few of them, burn the handles off at least, and then we could just leave the place and keep them under watch. See what happens.
Giya just kind of shrugs.
Do I have a flint and tinder? Let us see. I do have a tinderbox. I would try getting all the weapons centralized in this room that I can, that I'm currently in, and light it on fire.
Can we put that gem inside the special bag?
Oops.
So what special pack?
Didn't you have a bag that had nothing in it but had something in it or something like that?
I stayed in there holding the bag in my hand. I was like, "Oh, this bag. We could. But how are we gonna get the gem down?"
I don't know. I don't want to burn that bag either.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's good for holding bags. Or holding flaming gems.
I walk over with the bag and I hold it open. I'm like, "Look inside and see what you can see. Do you see anything in there?"
Long turtleneck.
Kind of like squint. Trying to
You
fix
look
mine.
inside, and it's very dark very quickly.
Put my hand in.
You can hardly even see the bottom of it. Or you can't actually see the bottom of it.
I'll put my hand in, see if I can feel the bottom of it.
You put your hand in, and a bit further.
But it's a mimic, no!
It's a bag. You don't feel the bottom. Goes pretty deep as well.
I'm gonna say, this is crazy. I've got like my whole forearm now in the bag. Like,
I just
looks
giggle.
like
I'm like, you don't really have much of a forearm.
it's true.
Hey, let's try
As
something.
I-
Grab one of those swords and put it in here.
Okay, I grab one of the swords and try putting it in there.
Okay. And you kind of put it in, and it vanishes completely into the bag.
I say, Sarren, you're a genius. And I'm
Pull it out. Can you pull it back out?
try to like find it again in the bag.
Yeah, you put your hand in, it takes you a bit, and suddenly you catch something in your hand and pull it out, and you pulled out the sword.
Got it.
I just yell. I'm like, I think we have a solution.
Meanwhile, 1.5 rooms are on fire.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Out of the corner of your eye, Sarren, you can see down the hallway pretty large wafts of smoke coming out of the room you previously saw Celes go into.
I
Just
kind
put it
of
all in the
crane my
bag.
head around. I'm like, what is that? Why is there smoke?
Oh shit. I may have made a really bad suggestion earlier. And I'm just like
And we
shoving
will-
everything I can like in this bag.
I'm
And
like,
with-
is Celes down there? Please tell me she's not down there.
Celes, it's time to go.
I'm setting alight the last bit here. Which she's actually got 2 bits to go, so she sets
I'm
another
like,
bit.
we got
here.
a bag that we can hold everything in. What are you doing?
That would have been nice to know before I set fire to all the weapons, but just the same, there's these crates still out here. And she closes this door. Says everything else is being dealt
like,
with.
from the frame of the door, there's very large amounts of smoke seeping through.
I start yelling, Quilby, help us put these in here. And we gotta go.
Celes starts just ripping these crates that are already mostly damaged apart to try and get the last weapons out into the this main room here.
I'm going to use Mage Hand and everyone's swords one by one. I'm trying to put into the bag that Sarren is holding.
All right. How much can you actually fit into this? I forgot.
I don't know, but they're not getting
all
the
of it.
bag. When we turn these swords in, make sure we get this bag back.
All right. Yeah, you one after the other fit more and more and more swords into this bag. And you put a lot of them in there.
Okay.
Like an awful amount of lot.
Awful amount of lot. Got it. Okay.
I said, we should probably go because that smoke's coming out of that room pretty quickly.
Celes runs
You
down
think we
here,
should put that gem in here?
collects the rest of these gems down here, and Celes says, "No, that's just too. It burns."
And you can now see also smoke coming out from this hallway, just very quickly filling the hallway.
Says, "Time to
and
go."
Coming out here.
Celes collects all the gems that were laid out nice and neat, and she just kind of scoops them up quick and just kind of shoves them in her pack as best she can.
All right.
I have the bag slung over my shoulder. I was like, okay, let's go. Come on.
You
All right.
have the books from here as well?
No, I left them on the table in there because they were useless.
We should grab them. Celes, have you got that other book?
I've got it. Do you have an? Can you grab that for me, please?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go and like grab whatever.
So you grab the 3 books?
Mm-hmm.
Quilby,
Oh.
come along. Don't want to be left in the fire.
Alright, so wait, hang on.
It was one book talking about Daleth, one book talking about something arcane, and one book talking about gem refining process things.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and yeah, as also from this room, the main hall also receives its first few wafts of smoke. Yeah, we will find out next time what's gonna happen after, or if you guys are going to escape. Mention.
Oops.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so that peaceful venture went well. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in for another episode of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons Fate of Simarin homebrew campaign by HellFirePvP. Tune in next week. Find out if we make it out of the Flaming Mansion before we became shish kebab. Well, barbecue.
Close enough.
All right. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.